He was not on file in Canada as missing, and I'm going to leave it at that.
We've got yet another man who was never reported missing. This is the second of the alleged victims who just went undetected for all these years. Nobody even called the police. How does that make you feel as an investigator?
Well, it's very concerning, and obviously there's a breakdown somewhere between international lines, and that's something we're going to look at over the next few days. This is exactly what happened and why he wasn't on file as missing here in Toronto.
This week, we learned about yet another alleged victim in the Bruce McArthur investigation, a man from Sri Lanka who police believe was killed in December of 2015, though investigators say they never had any records of him as a missing man. Now, earlier on City News at 5, we spoke with the victim's brother, who says the family never reported him missing because they were concerned if he was ever found by authorities, he could be deported. Now, this whole investigation has raised lots of questions, especially right here in Toronto's Church and Wellesley community, about how missing persons investigations are handled here in Toronto and across the country. If you were to describe the current way that we track missing people in our city, in our country,
it's probably overwhelmed our potential and overwhelmed our resources. It's probably broken, but I don't say that in a highly critical way. It just is what it is. In my opinion, it needs a full review. It needs a team to study it and to bolster it and fix it and get the resources in terms of funding and technology behind it.
Toronto Police don't have a dedicated missing persons unit, even though thousands of cases are reported each year. The RCMP created a public registry for missing persons in 2013, but it's up to investigators to upload potentially vital information. It's a system that has been criticized. Former Toronto Police homicide detective David Perry says the Bruce McArthur investigation has showed how flawed the system is.
As a whole, we could do much better, and it's a blank that's been in policing and in our communities for decades. It's still a little bit surprising that in 2018 we haven't collectively, as law enforcement, gotten together, and I have no doubt that part of what will be the fallout from the McArthur case will be a review of this, and I have a feeling that we might finally get some recommendations that law enforcement get together nationally and start working together.
David Perry adds that he believes police agencies need to use some simple technology when looking into missing persons cases, and he believes some of that technology needs to be funded by the government. Now, ahead on City News, we'll speak with the latest alleged victim in the Bruce McArthur investigation's brother, as he describes what the family is going through during this near unthinkable tragedy.